Hot cups of coffee and community leadership. Something special is really brewing in a Detroit neighborhood.
Yeah, word of that unique combination brought the owner of Detroit Sip to our attention, and she's the winner of this month's Go For It award. Here's a look at why she won.
Detroit Sip serves up a great cup of coffee. But it's also become much more to people in the neighborhood.
Every day that we open the doors, it's been the mission to bring the community together, one sip at a time.
Jevona Fudge owns Detroit Sip. She's a practicing attorney after studying at Michigan State, and she wanted to create the same feeling of community she felt back in school when she was studying and hanging out in coffee shops. Fudge opened the doors on West McNichols to make that dream come true and loves that other people might be doing the same in her coffee shop.
To hear that someone was here studying and whatever they studied for, they actually passed and they got their license or their degree, that makes me feel good because that means the mission is being accomplished.
Things got started back in 2017 when there weren't many coffee shops in the community. A Detroit-themed menu keeps the customers coming back for more.
My favorite happens to be the I-75 chai latte. One of our best sellers is the Mount Carmel macchiato.
So whether you're a first-time customer or a long-time regular, Fudge wants you to leave feeling the same way.
Everyone should feel like this cup of coffee is going to bring people together. You walk in feeling one way, but you leave out feeling even better.
Fudge also hosts community events throughout the year, like cleanups and pop-up markets 2 to 3 times a year. We happened to be there on a day staff was wearing orange, showing their support in the fight against gun violence. With being June's Go For It award winner, Fudge has no plans in slowing down.
I can admit that it was a time I was feeling weary being an entrepreneur and trying to juggle everything. But this says that keep going because it's noticed and it is helping, it's making a difference. So I would say a huge thank you.
And joining us now is Jevona Fudge, owner of Detroit Sip, and to present this month's Go For It award is Darnell Adams, Vice President of Detroit Community Initiatives from the Gilbert Family Foundation. Want to make a presentation for us?
Absolutely. Okay, so as I give you this award, I just want to say that small businesses are the bloodline of our city. I mean, they support more than 50% of employees across our state. And Jevona really laid a blueprint for how other spaces, community spaces, could be set up across neighborhoods. So this is well-deserved, and congratulations.
Thank you.
How you feeling, Jevona?
A little overwhelmed, and I didn't expect this at all.
Well, that's the thing. When people are doing good things, it's not often the people who are behind the push, but people who recognize the work. So look, talking about recognizing the work, it sounds like Detroit Sip is not just a business for you, but you're also using that space and location to be a hub to showcase other small businesses and their products. Why is that so significant?
It's very hard to start a business. There's nothing small about a small business at all. And using that platform to uplift others as we go through this journey together is very important.
So I understand that you have a particular mission in helping to encourage and empower college students.
Yes, they're the whole reason that we're there. That location was very strategic so that we can bring them outside of those gated communities and to be able to associate with us as residents, as business owners. We're all neighbors sharing the same space.
Yeah, and Jevona, when it comes to Detroit Sip, as we saw, you make it a point, you and your team make it a point to give back in so many different ways through volunteerism and community service. Why was that such an important part of your mission and your staff's mission?
It goes back to my roots of how I was raised. To whom much is given, much is required. And so it's a debt that we owe. It's the neighborhood that my children were raised in, and it's important for them to see that you can chase more than one dream at the same time and still be generous and give back.
So as an attorney who found comfort in coffee shops, now paying it forward by making that a community hub there, what sets Detroit Sip apart from other coffee shops that we may see in any community across the Metro Detroit?
We're unapologetically Detroit. It's a celebration of Detroiters. Nothing is too big or too small to be featured in that space. We really are a team, and none of us makes it by ourselves.
Well, thank you and Detroit Sip and your staff for everything that you are doing to help make our community a little bit better.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it. And thank you, Darnell.
Thank you.
All right, Karen.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.